First of all, what I would like to tell you all is that the word empowerment has been overused. It has become a fashion word or an umbrella word. Every year, there are some words which keep on coming. The same thing has happened since the last 4 5 years. We have coined the word empowerment, and without any meaning, without proper understanding, people they use the word empowerment. And here, when we talk about empowerment is having the liberty, the freedom to do whatever one wants. It can be both male and female. What I feel is that to be empowered, empowerment comes only when one is financially independent. Whether it is a male or a female, it does not matter. And when we talk about female in particular, right now what we are doing is that, and taking the scenario of India, here little gender biases is there. Whatever a woman or a girl they want to do, they are not able to do. Maybe because of culture, the ethos, the ethnicity, or the taboos what we have in the society. Of course, a lot of change has happened. When we go back around some 100 years back, we never used the word empowerment, but then we had a great women rulers. For example, Rani Lakshmibai, we know her. At that time, there was nothing called empowerment. History is full of great women warriors. And only after the Vedic period, when the Islamic rule started there, the condition of the women came down. And of course, we had, it's the beautiful history. Once we'll have a separate discussion on that. So after the Islamic rulers, they came, from then the plight of Indian women came down. And again, now the graph is going up. So the first step, whoever it is, especially the women, we have to be economically independent. And to be independent, yes, education is important. Education is the only way for success. Once we have the tool called education, people will be really independent. And now the question arises, the people who are not highly educated, what about them? We have to find ways and means to make them economically independent. So economically independent is called empowerment, to be very frank. And generally what we see, there are many school dropouts in the society, especially when we go toward the lower strata of the society, when we go towards the slums. So we have to empower them. If suppose someone is beyond the age, now they have a family, they need the income, what is the first step? The first step is that we have to make them economically independent. Then the question arises how? The first thing is that we need to get them a job. So makeup, that is beauty parlor, is one thing where it is very necessary, or is one of the easy choice where we find most of the girls who are not highly into education, they take up and they are doing wonders. Every road, every street, you will find beauty parlors. And in fact, in our group, we have Sunita Yadav, who is also going to talk, and she is a wonderful beautician, and she is settled in Hyderabad, so she would be talking after some time. So what I mean to say is that to be empowered, we have to educate the girls so that later they get independent. And when the people who are educated, the people like us who are a little more blessed, it is our duty, our role, our responsibility to train the girls or the women who are not that privileged like us. And to help a person, it is not that you have to travel 50 or 100 and 200 kilometers and then serve them or help them to become economically independent or empowered. Anyone who is around your house, pick up one or two people who are economically a little low, give them education, training, give them ideas, tell them what are the government policies which will help them to start their own business, whether it is a beauty parlor or a bakery or anything. So giving the right information, helping them with the procedures, that is one thing what I think we can help the women to become empowered. And Moksh, first of all, I would like to thank you for the beautiful concept. You are working for the lower strata of the society to make the people more empowered. All the best. And any questions anyone they have, they can ask. Thank you. Related to Sbms, the first thing what we can do is that we have to bring all these unorganized sectors into organized sector. These people, they don't have the union. So first thing, once they are with us, with Sbms, we need to have a union where once we are in a union, then we can have a charter where we can have rules and regulations. And once we have a definite XYZ number, we can approach the government and get it registered. And via Sbms, we can pressure the government to give them insurance or something like that. And obviously, marketing is the main thing. once we are with us, I'm sure SBMS can advertise them. The first thing what I feel is that we need the government support, and for that SBMS can do a lot. As I said, frequent meeting. Our first meeting is today, and it has already started. So making the formation will let us have a registration number. Let us have a more organized method and approach the government once we have a definite number. That is how we can go. Yes, marketing is important, and what we are doing right now is marketing, and what we have planned in Radisson, that was a big platform what SBMS was giving. So that is what I feel.
That is what we believe. So what do you say about it?
That is called chronicle age and mental age. Mental age is the intelligence, chronicle age or the physical age is the date of birth when we are born. And talking about education of women, compared to other countries, we are somewhere in the middle. A lot of education has to take place. And when we say education, it depends in what way we interpret. In one way, when we say education, it is A to Z or 1 to 100 or degrees and all. Education is important, but again, at the same time, the Indian woman is more experienced. When you take the case of a household, the woman she manages a restaurant, that is her kitchen. When she's washing the clothes, it is the laundry. When she is planning the menu, she is the nutritionist. And again, when she's trying to frame the date schedule for the children to study, she is the teacher. So home is one place where multiple things happen, and all the industries which are outside, they are summarized or they are put into the home. That is one thing. And talking about Indian women, and as Moksh was saying, if a woman is educated and if a woman is not experienced, that is a big gap that what we have to fill. Just being educated is not enough. They need to have IQ, they need to have EQ, they need to have SQ. So EQ is your emotional quotient, SQ is your social quotient. So to be a wonderful person, they must be an amalgamation of IQ, EQ, and social quotient, all the skills. And as Moksha was mentioning, when someone is 10 years or 15 years, the age difference between or the maturity level of a male and a female is just 2 years. So if you see the academic result and all, always most of the toppers are girls, and because the maturity level of the boys is little less. So in the plus 2, the maturity level of both boys and girls are equal, and the results are again, the boys are the toppers. So Moksh, your question was that you were talking about the maturity level, right? If I'm not wrong.
No, yes, maturity levels, but on the educational segment of their way of the process of thinking levels, the process of decision taking levels.
Yeah, the decision making level comes with an experience, the amount of exposure we have. If we have an age group and we take a child who is not very highly educated, but again, if the child is from the rural area where everything the child has to do, obviously that boy or the third girl will be more independent and very quick, and have the problem solving and problem analyzing elements will be there. Experience is important.
Thank you so much, ma'am.